This is Charity, and welcome to Westfall Stories, a Sims 4 series based on a challenge I created called the Ghost Town Challenge. Now, a link to the rules for this challenge will be in the description below, as well as a playlist for all of the videos in the series. So, our legacy sim, Armando, had twin daughters, and I wasn't really sure which one I wanted to pass the legacy to because they were both very interesting. So, I gave them both makeovers and I moved him out of the house. And we're going to start with Piper since she's the firstborn. The way this is going to work is we're going to follow Piper through her journey as a teenager. And we're going to see how far she gets in her goals. And then I'm going to switch to Kailyn, which is her sister, and we'll reset Kaylyn's age to the beginning of teenager so that we can completely play out Piper and Kaylyn as teenagers, and whichever one gets the furthest in their goals will become the new legacy sim. And that's how we'll make our decision. So Piper has all of the negative traits because these sisters are opposites. And the only thing that she was not able to do as a child is finish her scouting badge. The reason for that is that Piper, unfortunately, cannot perform any cleaning because she's a slob. So she has to do repair actions. So, what I did is the first thing I did when I made her a house is I bought a toilet. And she's going to sabotage the toilet and repair it in order to get all of her repair actions. So she can't clean, unfortunately. So this is going to make a mess, but that's okay. And also Piper is going to have a build challenge of only one color. And the color that she has is gray because she's a slob and she doesn't clean. So gray doesn't show the dirt. So that's why she's going to use that color. So anything marked in build mode as gray when I turn on the gray filters is allowed for her house, but anything that is not showing up when I click the gray filter is not allowed to be in her house. And she has to make it so that she finishes every single room. So that's another thing that I'm going to add to the build challenge is let's see if we go into build mode, you have all of these different categories for the rooms. So if you click on a room, like she has to build a kitchen and she needs at least one cabinet, at least one stove, at least one counter. So every single thing in here she needs one of, as long as it shows up when I filter gray. Now, if I filter on gray and it doesn't come up with anything for a particular category, then she gets to skip that one. It's going to be difficult for her though, because I'm pretty sure that everything is going to have at least one item for gray because gray is a really generic color. For her sister, Kaylin, I just picked a random color because she's more colorful and she got green. So we're going to be doing the same build challenge with both of them of just using different colors. So because Piper was clingy as a toddler, I was able to get the always welcome reward trait. So she's going to come over here to take a quick nap before school. Make Love Day flower cards. During art, Piper's class was instructed to create flower-themed cards for each other. After gathering glitter, colored pencils, construction paper, petals, and fuzzy pipe cleaners, Piper sat down, her creative juices flowing. The cards would be shared and opened with the rest of the class during the party later, so this had to be good. Two themes came to mind: create hilarious flower cards or heartfelt. She's gonna do hilarious. And of course, that didn't work out well. Okay, and now she's enraged. Okay, she has a mood swing. Well, that's unfortunate. Okay, she's in a bad mood, and I can't use any friendly interactions right now because she's mean. So, this may not go over well. All right, don't talk, just continue fixing the toilet. I almost set myself on fire. Fire dance. Hmm, what does that do? Interesting. I've never seen that before. Okay, maybe I shouldn't duel Kaylin over and over again. I think that maybe she's about to get an overcharge. Oh, that time I lost. She's also overcharged. Oh, see, overcharged sim. Okay, so she's about to discharge all of her energy. Or not. Oh, there she goes. I wonder if you could possibly kill another sim by accidentally dueling them so much that they overcharge themselves. I really don't want to test that with her, though. Interesting. She's not really doing anything. Oh no. Uncontrollable charge. What does that do? All gains are increased. Okay, well, no biggie. Let's see if I can discharge that. Yes, I can. Okay, so we're going to wish for simoleons. Oh no, she didn't get anything. Oh, that was unfortunate. Uh-oh. Why did I catch fire? That was weird. Or almost catch fire. Is there a filth fiend somewhere? I do not see one. Okay, so Piper has pretty much finished everything that she can finish. She does have a few things that she needs to do uh, for her aspiration, but I don't think it's possible to do that right now, especially this woohoo in a filthy house. And unfortunately, they slow down the rate at which your dust bunnies gather dust. So I have no idea how I'm going to get the filth fiends back and get the house to be filthy again because I had to pay for a cleaning service. And ever since I paid for a cleaning service, the house has just been regularly dusty. So it might take another 3 or 4 days to get back to filthy. And she doesn't have any more time unless she can somehow make a wish and get it to not age her up. So we can try that. Wish for youthful vigor. But what's going to happen though is if we fail this wish, we're going to have to reset her back to a teenager for when we play her sister. Because I do not want her sister to play with her as an adult. Okay, she didn't really get anything. I don't think so. So it wasn't a bad thing. It didn't actually age her up, but it didn't really do anything either. She got an energetic uh, buff, basically. That's it. So that's it. Uh, Piper is done. So she could not finish her aspiration. However, she did get an A in school, and all of her character traits are still in range, the range that they should be in. And now I don't know what's going to happen when I don't play as her. So yeah, that's going to be a little bit of a problem if for whatever reason if she gains responsibility or something like that, I'm just going to have to probably avoid her specifically because I don't want to ruin her traits. But she finished her build challenge. So she earned a ton of money from mostly from the present box. So she has another open present. We're going to do that one more time before we switch. But she has earned so much money from the present box and from the filth fiends that she was able to decorate her entire house and buy all of the required furniture pieces and more. So it's an adorable house. I mean, even though it's supposed to be all gray, anything that it shows up in the gray filter in build buy mode is allowed. So this is the living room. I have two living room areas actually because I wanted a fireplace and it's really awkward to have a fireplace and a TV in the same room or the same space. So this is just a sitting area for talking. And then the TV area and entertainment area is over here for listening to music. And maybe I don't know, maybe the stereo should go on the other side, but anyway, I put the presents over here because the Christmas tree will go over here when it's Christmas time. But I also put cobwebs occasionally in the corners because she is a slob sim, and I use the worn out looking rugs So, and then in the bathroom, the carpet is actually this newspaper that looks like it's wet. So there's some permanent items in here that make the place look a little bit messy, and like plates stacked up and pots and pans just laying out, and also the counters are the used counters, so they look kind of dirty and dingy. And I thought this area is kind of nice. It's the dining room area outside, and it's still under a roof, but it's actually outdoors. And so the outdoor dining area has a bar, and this is where the boat is kept. So she was even able to afford a boat where, this technically does not fall under the gray option, but I allow things like that because it's just ridiculous. This should be gray, but no, it's considered white. And I don't know why that is considered white and these chairs are considered gray. That just doesn't make any sense to me. So that was why I allowed her to have a boat. So sometimes the game will be or people will. I think the developers or the employees who actually quantify what colors things are make a lot of mistakes because sometimes like these curtains, uh, I can't remember which one it is, but one of the variants is considered gray if they're the short curtains, but if they're the bigger curtains, they're not considered gray, and it's the same exact swatch. And so you know that that's a mistake. And this is the upstairs area. And it's very, very colorful because a lot of these items are considered gray because they have some gray in them, but they have other colors. So I tried to go for a colorful look as much as possible. There were some instances, of course, where, it wasn't possible to get any color in the items. So there's some periods of, some rooms like the laundry room that looks especially gray because there was no way that I could incorporate anything else into it. And the bathrooms are a little bit gray. But the kids' rooms, I managed to make some very colorful choices. And we have the new bunk beds, of course. And here is the office. The office kind of looks like a kid's room, but that's okay. They're going to be at least a couple of kids in the house. And I made her buy all of the furniture as if she had twins. I don't know if she will, but she has the fertile reward trait, so it's most likely that she will get it. But I just enjoyed making this house, even though it is kind of tacky. Uh, but it was just fun to make. I would never, of course, live in a place like this, but it looks kind of funny. All right, so that is Piper's story, and I'm going to cut it off here. And of course, use a potion or something to age her down. And then we'll go and have Kaylyn's story. So this is Charity. Thanks for watching.